Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today be working on a MTD Pro. It's a 21-inch mulching bagger push mower with a Honda 5.5 horse engine on it. They said it was running good for a while and it just quit running, so I'm gonna probably take the carburetor off, check that out, make sure it has good spark, and make sure the tank's nice and clean. So hope you enjoy the video. I was gonna get ready to start working on it, and I noticed they have this wire here squeezing the flywheel brake cable assembly, keeping it wide open, and I just can't allow that to happen here. You got to have all the safety features on the stuff when I work on it, because God forbid, I don't want nobody getting hurt. So we're going to cut this off. We're going to put a new flywheel brake cable on there. You know, some people think that stuff's a pain in the butt, but it's a lot cheaper buying the cable and stuff it is going to the doctor and getting your toes sewed back on or something. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and we're going to put a new cable and stuff in there. And I see part of this linkage here is all bent out of proportion too, so got to check all that out. Strong wire. Real strong wire. Got that wrapped up around there pretty doggone good. There we go. I got a new cable for it here. It's 946-04109, and that plastic piece that goes on the handlebars where the cable goes through, that's all broke out too. So I ordered one of these too, and that's a 946-0875. So we'll have all the safety features back on this. So pop off this air filter. That definitely needs replaced. That's been wet. It looks like we're gonna need a 10mm socket. Take them out. Then I'm going to go and take the top off and see if that's supposed to be the right spot for that linkage. You'd think it'd be underneath that cover. Okay, we'll go ahead and take that back the air filter cover off. These ones here are pain in the butt putting back together again, because them 2 long bolts hold everything together in here. So we put it back together. We have to make sure everything's in there right. Go ahead and take this bracket off here. Now we can go ahead and take the fuel line off and the governor rod. Governor rod off and the spring. And it's missing part of the gasket right here. That's probably one of the reasons why it ain't running. As you can see, it's nice and clean on the cylinder there. So I need to find the gasket. But being we have this off, we're just going to go ahead and clean this up, take it apart, make sure the jet's nice and clean. That's probably our problem right there. Only a partial gasket on there. Okay, let's go ahead and take this apart. Need a 10mm wrench. Take this bottom bowl off. Before we take it off, kind of like where that drain plug is, kind of it's lined up with where the fuel line goes. You kind of put it back where it was before. There's some crud and stuff in the bottom right there. And the float is frozen. So the needle in there must be stuck. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it in the boiler upside down and see if I can't work that needle out of there. So I'll do that real quick. Well, the carburetor is being cleaned. I'm going to go ahead and take that recoil off the top so I can get the gas tank off and drain it and clean that out. With 3 nuts that are 10mm. There we go. I'm going to take it, drain it in my waste gas barrel. Make sure there's no dust and dirt in there. We can put brand new gas in there when we're done. Okay, we got it boiled out and I got the needle out and everything. But before we put it back together again, right up here, some people call them pilot jets or idler jets. We've gone through all the trouble of tearing this all apart and everything. Just better make sure that's nice and clean. And as you can see in there, there's like a little hole in there. Just spray a little bit of carburetor cleaner in there. Okay, now we can go ahead and put this back together again. Go ahead and put our needle on the float. And put our pin in there. And if it's down like that, if you blow in this hole right here, it shouldn't work. But if you open this up, you can hear it. We'll go ahead and put our bowl back on. Okay, now we can go ahead and put it back on the engine. I went through all my extra gasket drawers, and I think I found the gaskets it needs for this. You definitely have to have gaskets on these, or else the air will suck in there, and it won't suck the air and fuel mixture out of the carburetor, so you're kind of defeating the purpose. Let's kind of get this bolted back on loose. Putting these on these particular Honda and it's just a pain in the butt. Because you have to have your two screws going through this, the carburetor, and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and there's a governor linkage on. And we got to put that spring on there. Kind of bend it over on the bottom so it don't pop out. Okay. Get that feel line on there. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Okay, here we go. My hand's getting away, I apologize, but 2 bolts in our air cleaner back. And we'll get this started a little bit. We'll get this gasket. You know, I might just take this bracket off here a second. And we'll go ahead and put and we'll slide the carburetor on there. And this plate here, that's one that didn't have no gaskets on it. So I'll put this gasket on here like that. Put it on the and push the bolts in. Okay, and we'll get the gasket that goes on this. And try getting the bolts started just a little bit here so nothing don't fall apart. I still got to put that vent tube on, and there we go. I'm gonna get this bolt here started back again. And make sure that spring is on there. Oh shoot, I forgot to put this piece in there. That wasn't very smart. Can't believe I forgot this piece. This goes between that spacer, the spacer and the carburetor. So actually, I need to find me another gasket. I'll make sure that automatic choke works. It does. That's cool. Make sure everything's hooked up. Make sure the governor linkage is working. All right. Ooh, what a pain. Now I'm gonna get a new air filter and put it in there. Put some fresh gas in there. And I'm probably gonna change the spark plug real quick too. And always check your oil. Oil is on the other side. Make sure it's full, and if the oil is dirty, go ahead and change it. Can't believe that thing was missing all them gaskets. Someone must have had this thing apart. They had to. I don't think them gaskets would disappear on their own. Got our new air filter. Make sure it's locked into place. I'm gonna go ahead and change the plug. So being with all them air leaks, if it did run, this plug should be really dry. And this ain't even the right plug for it. This is an RC12 YC. That's for like Briggs and Stratton and stuff. And as we can tell how dry that thing is. It's sucking all that air in. It wasn't sucking the fuel in. When you put a new plug in there, make sure you gap it to the spec of the engine. We're going to put NGK in here, a BPR5ES. Make sure it's gapped right. Yeah, they didn't have the right plug in here either. Well, that one just stopped it from running. Kind of funny using a 5/8 socket to take out a 13/16 spark plug. It's been a long day. And go ahead and pop the boot on until you hear that click. And they had that in there. That's crazy. All right, hear that click. Okay, and like I said, the oil's on this side over here. I'm gonna check the oil real quick. It's actually nice and clean oil. Okay, well, I'm gonna put some nice premium fuel in here. And I'll get off the table. We'll see if we can get this bad boy started. So, okay, just got done putting 91 octane premium fuel in there. Let's give her a try here. Has this automatic choke lever on the side. You slide it up, and that puts choke on. And when the motor runs, it swings back down to no choke. There's no primer button on this or nothing. So, see what happens. Well, it runs like new again. So I imagine the main problem was them gaskets are missing. How they were missing, I don't know. Unless someone tried fixing it themselves or something. But it runs like new again, so they can go mowing. So anyways, appreciate you watching the video. If you like my videos, please press the like button and subscribe. Anyways, you have a good afternoon. Bye.